All right, everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Mace, coming to you right now all the way from the west coast of Canada. It's a beautiful day. Me in my little igloo. Yes, I'm Canadian, so I live in an igloo. That's a common misconception. We do actually live in igloos. A lot of people think that that's a stereotype, that we live in igloos. But yeah, as you can see, I'm in my very, very comfy, cozy igloo. It's beautiful. Anyways, hope you're having a wonderful day. I'm checking out the Fjords. All in. Fjord is something that is created, I believe, by the ice melt. Like, when there's an ice age, you have all these like icy areas. They recede, and then you're left with these fjords. Of course, Norway has a lot of fjords. Norway is a land of fjords. I think I'm correct on that. You correct me if I'm not. Anyway, shout out to Thomas Jensen. Thank you, my man. Bit of a fail on my part. Keeping up to date with some of my social media responsibilities. Yes, my social media responsibilities. So let's jump into this, man. I'm excited. The Fjords all in. And yeah, once again, Thomas Jensen. Shout out, man. Shout out, brother. Let's get into this right away. I'm really going in fresh here. No idea what's going on with this band. They only have 1.15 thousand subscribers. So not very many, but that's just their YouTube account. So I'm sure they have a stringent following across maybe Scandinavia or Norway. But anyways, let's jump into it, see what we're gonna get here. And yeah, stay safe, everybody. Kind of craziness right now. Well, not where I live. It's beautiful, peaceful, and stay off the mainstream media, because they'll try to put these rotten, very negative images into your head. There's a lot of injustice going on right now, but there's also a lot of idiots doing stupid stuff, taking advantage of a situation, and it's heartbreaking to see. Sad, very, very sad. A lot of the stuff that's going on. Obviously, there's a root cause of that, but a lot of the aftermath is just, I don't know. It's crazy. Let's get into this. The Fjords, all in. I'm all in. There's little things, you put the little slides in, you go, da-da. Okay. We're getting a lot of like 80s cultural phenomena here. We got the Gremlin. Is it a Gremlin? I can't remember what that dude is, but I remember him. And these things, you put a little slide in the top and you can look at different pictures. Ooh, very sort of 80s reminiscent nightclub synthesizer beat. This little robot. Okay. Yeah, I had those things. Nintendo. Super Nintendo.
The first time was the charm when
we got a Walker AT-AT from Star Wars. We got a lot of nostalgia, just dripping with nostalgia. And the Super Nintendo itself, I don't know if this story is specifically true, but my brothers and sisters were playing way too much Mario. They were playing way too much Mario, flinging fireballs, hopping around, collecting mushrooms, and my dad threw it into the woods. I don't know if that's a true story. I don't know. Anyways, we got a lot of 80s nostalgia. It's like a Stranger Things vibe going on right now.
Was the charm when you came calling, and I'm all in.
Duck Hunt.
The first time was the charm when you came calling, and I'm all in.
The dedicated gamer right there.
And I'm all in.
Wait a second. What were those games? Were those real games? Handgun, shotgun, the massacre, rocket, shuriken, fireball, knives. So they're all weaponry, and there's definitely a violent connotation to this image with the Super Nintendo Duck Hunt gun there. I hope they're not saying video games causes gun violence.
The first time was the charm when
I don't agree with that.
Calling, and I'm all in. And I'm all
Those sociological reasons for systemic violence, but video games relatively benign if you have good parenting. Without personal responsibility, you cannot start blaming video games. I love the production though.
The first time was the charm when you came calling, and I'm all in, and I'm all in. It lingered in the background.
Some bullies coming up to this kid, but at the end of the day, basically, I'm for 100% uncensored artistic expression. You should be able to express yourself artistically however you want. And a video game, at the end of the day, is an expression of art. And I don't know if you want a government jumping in to censor content and telling me or your kids, whatever, what they should or should not be seeing. I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of violent video games that are mindless, but it's all about education and teaching and, yeah, I don't know. Craziness.
Follow till we found our lost cause. We were all in. Your skin is all my skin.
So, sort of a hyperbolically violent representation. I'm not sure if they're trying to make a metaphor for video games causing gun violence. Where's the kid's parents? And being bullied does not justify shooting people. But, it's definitely food for thought, but I don't know. I don't know what they're trying to get across with the... Violence begets violence. See, there's millions of kids that play violent video games and they're 100% normal individuals. But you do get kids that do crazy things. But is that to say that we should ban violent films? Art which depicts any range of difficult subject matters? you don't want to start going in there and censoring things. Music, all of it. Even this music video. Get the dust out of there. Spent some money on this video. Probably got a free hot dog at least. Man. Okay, so that was a violent video. A lot of over the top ultra violence, as Alex Delage might partake in from Clockwork Orange. If you've seen that film, of course, Alex Delage ends up going to the re-education camp. Basically, he becomes a guinea pig for their new system to control criminality and violence among the youth, not just the youth, but people in general, and leads to the iconic Kubrickian scene where Malcolm McDowell is forced to watch these violent scenes with his eyes propped open with a he's bound in a straitjacket, and he has these hooks into his eyelids that hold his eyes open. And basically what they've done is they've hypnotized him, I believe, or they've used medicines to induce the sense of sickness. He feels sick to his stomach, painfully sick when he sees these images of violence, or if he tries to partake in violence. There's one scene in particular where the man is beating him. They're doing an exhibition for these donors or, society elites to show them, wow, this re-education training is working very well. And the man is beating poor Alex. And at one point he tries to, his rage, he tries to defend himself, rage. He wants to punch this man, but he gets sick. So a famous scene sort of pondering the reasons surrounding our violent tendencies. And you see a lot of violence going on right now. You look at social media. If you look at some of the protests, I wouldn't call them protests at this point, just riots and looting. People just stealing, fighting, and laughing about it a lot of the times. And you see them with their cell phones, laughing, beating somebody up, stealing a bunch of stuff, taking a selfie. So I think in all of the absolute sadness which sparked these events, and obviously the entire political climate, specifically in the United States, of course, is absolutely insane, but it reverberates to the surrounding countries, and it reverberates around the world as well, especially with the advent of today's ever far-reaching social media, which seemingly invades all spaces of the big tech social media platforms. I can stay in my bubble on YouTube, which I plan to keep doing, but inevitably, if you turn on the news, even Facebook, a lot of people are witness to the happenings of the United States, and rightly angered, which they should be, Protest is good. They need to protest the police brutality going on, the militarized system in which individuals are able to gain power and use that in cruel and sadistic ways. The thing is, humans are very, very flawed, and especially when you get into tense situations, chaotic situations where people are screaming, and sometimes no amount of training for a individual is going to give them the foresight to make the 100% correct decisions. Hindsight is always 20/20, but there's a lot of killings going on of everybody. There isn't just one specific race being killed. A lot of the injustice, of course, is happening to the black folks, but man, it's sad. It's all just very, very saddening. But alas, we must forge on and continue. That music video was very interesting. I'm not 100% sure. I'd like to talk to the directors or the actual musical artists and have a discussion about their implication for that music video, what they are exactly trying to say with the video games, and why they chose to make it the 80s nostalgia, because those games were pretty tame by today's standards. A lot of video games today, they have almost lifelike graphics at this point, photorealistic in some cases, first-person shooters, and they didn't have those type of games then. However, a duck hunt game, yeah, you have the gun, but you're shooting ducks, and it's all very, very cartoony, and even cartoons themselves have a lot of cartoony violence. Elmer Fudd and Bugs Bunny, and it's all, yes. Anyways, I'll let you all go. Let me know what you think, and we'll see you on the next video. Peace out.